Hello and welcome back to the channel. Sorry, the garage is a huge mess right now, but if it's a mess, that means we're working, at least in my head. Before we get going, I got a care package. This care package is from the homie Angel and his brand Flatline. So I want to open it up with you guys. Make sure you check out both the pages. Angel has an immaculate UCF 20, the LS 400, and owns an awesome apparel brand. So let's see what's in the box. All right, first thing off the rip, an awesome sticker. I want to say that is like chrome silver, which is my favorite types of stickers, alongside with white. Thank you for that, man. We've got, what? Oh, that's so sick. Some socks with the trademark logo on the top. That's super cool. Socks, man. Either you just go to Walmart and get socks, or you care enough, and that's super cool. I really like those, man. Keychain. This is like the remove before flight kind of style, the fabric. We've got keep mobbing, Cars family, function with the logo on the front, I guess you could say, and then on the back right there, we got that. Super cool. We have air freshener with the trademark logo. That's super cool. And I'm super shaky because I had some coffee this morning that I usually don't drink this type of coffee, and I'm off the walls. I don't like it, so apologies for my jitteriness. I want to show that guy. We also have the black version of the socks right there. Super cool. I dig those. I like those. Stickers. Super cool. The infamous work emits. And I really like that font. The black and gold, the black and chrome. And then we got that guy as well. Super rad. I like the like holographic and kind of glitter style. Super cool. And I like that style font, like Old English, like aggressive. Very cool to me. Got a beanie. I'm a sucker for beanies. I love beanies very much. I was brought into this world with a beanie. I always joke about because I wear them so much. Doesn't matter if it's sunny, summer, 90, 100, I'm always in one. Man, that's like, ooh, that's nice. That's like the only style, like heavyweight washed, kind of like what this shirt is like my favorite, and I can tell this shirt is heavy, man, that's good quality. That's super good quality. Like, that is nice. I really like that. Got this shirt. I can open these up as well to kind of show you, but that's good. That's my all-time favorite. Like, I usually, if I'm buying shirts, it's this kind of stuff because it doesn't shrink in the wash versus like thinner materials. You wear them once, they go in the wash, and then it's a medium from there. That is super nice. Yes. Oh yeah. Got a hoodie as well. Super, super sick. I'll open these up so you guys can see the graphics as well. And we got plate frames. Chrome and white. I really like that. That's super good. Super cool. If you're gonna have a cool car, you gotta have a cool license plate frame. So I suggest these. Now that I'm seeing them, let me open up these shirts real quick. And good quality. Front, then the back. Super cool imagery, design. And man, yeah, I can't get over these things are nice. Like this is what I'd wear on a normal day-to-day basis. That's super good quality, dude. Good shit. Got one. Front, back. And yeah, you gotta, dude, yeah, that's good stuff right there. I really like that. Then we got the hoodie front, right? Then we got the back. Super cool, man. That is, I love that. And I love the fact there's no strings, like hoodie strings. I'm really OCD about hoodie strings, and when they come out in like the dryer and stuff, that hoodie is like total to me. So yes, that is super cool. Absolutely dig it. It's like airbrush style. Super cool. I love it. Love it. And Angel, thank you so much for the care package from Flatline. Super cool stuff. You're on to something super cool with this brand. Definitely is outside of the like kind of average apparel brand from a car company, and I really dig what you're doing. Thank you so much for this stuff, man. It's super rad, super cool. I'll definitely be wearing the absolute shit out of this stuff. Thank you, guys. Make sure you go check out both the pages. One, his personal page with his absolutely stellar UCF 20, and also his apparel brand. Make sure to go check him out, give him some love, and check out the website, see if there's anything you want. Hit order and get you some Flatline. So let's get into the Y34 video for the day. It's gonna be different parts with this because it's just a lot of work and a lot of time. So I gotta take my time, make sure I do it once, do it right. So there will be part ones, part twos, possibly even part threes of this stuff. So let's get going. In the previous video, we got all the suspension tightened up and dialed in with the Junction Produce Sacaros, and ride height, fitment, all that stuff I'm really happy with. So not ride height, I'm sorry, the max the car can lift up. I'm really happy with that. So we're moving on, and I'm excited. We're gonna start the aero process of this whole build. And I was gonna start with the front, but the car's already jacked up from when I left it last. So I'm gonna start with the rear bumper. So this rear bumper is from, it's a K-Brec Y34 bumper, but it's mashed with a Honda CRZ Silk Blaze rear bumper. So we have a tri-exit exhaust, we have lights, diffuser style, all that stuff. But it needs a lot of attention to make this thing actually fit. And that's what we're gonna be doing. And we're also gonna be sectioning it so I can run a bash bar. I cannot run a bash bar right now. So I wanna cut it and lower it down so I can actually have a bash bar just in case something were to happen. This car wouldn't be totaled because that bash bar would protect it. So much fiberglass work to do on this thing. And we're gonna start with the rear. I didn't wanna do it like that, but I'm gonna do it like that. Let me show you how terrible this rear bumper fits. It's not good. First thing is Y34 quarter panels and here and go down. So this bumper has the extension piece to make it seem like the quarter panel line, the body line is completely actually different. And it's cool and all, but it just comes with problems. So for mounting on the side, we have this hole, and then we also have this hole, but they don't line up with either of these. So we're gonna be widening this whole piece to make it so we can mount the bumper right here. That's one thing. I accidentally cracked this taillight one day, so ignore that. Here's another problem right here is how sunk we are. Does not sit flush by any means. And I don't know what that is yet. I'm gonna take the taillights off to try to assort as much fitment issues as I can off the bat before any work. But we also have this gap. I can literally put my finger in all the way through on both sides. And the trunk. So when the trunk is closed, it doesn't, this whole section that should tuck up into the trunk does not. And then same fitment issues on this side. So this rear bumper needs a lot of attention, and we're gonna give it to it. So first thing I'm gonna do is get the taillights out, and that way I can kind of play with the fitment and actually put some bolts going down the quarter panels on each side and start playing with fitment a bit. We have the bumper mounted, and I don't know if you can hear that. The difference, they don't match up. And then same with the other side. We got these clips in for under the taillight, and I'll just do it in one take. I haven't seen the taillight back in it to see if we still have that atrocious gap. So let's find out. And we do. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. All right, so given that, this whole section first needs to come up. So I'm thinking maybe right from here, just cut all the way through, raise it up, and then reattach it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is cut this, be able to raise it up, reattach it, and get the fitment better. So I think I could keep this on the car without, oh yeah. So I think I'll just cut it right now. That way it's just done. I won't hit anything. Yeah, there's nothing. Nope. Yep, so I'm just gonna leave it like this and cut it. I got this to, I think, exactly where I want it. Nice, basically flush with the taillights, meeting off the corners. Crazy how much I had to cut to get this thing to fit right. Like that is like 2 inches of just nothingness now. Both sides looking pretty good. There's a body line that comes around the license plate area that meets kind of nice. one thing I'm somewhat worried about is, I just noticed it, the trunk, nice gap, right? Like it's a good gap right there. But then on this side, the gap is way bigger, which that's for whoever paints the car to realign it. But it kind of worried me because of this body line, because this matches to the bumper. If this is shifted, it's gonna make that body line kind of be off. But I'm gonna do what I know I can, and then leave that kind of stuff for whoever I pay to paint the car. So it's, I don't know, it's like 10 o'clock. Absolutely no way am I doing any type of sanding in the garage. I hated even cutting with the grinder, but I had to do that on the car. So tomorrow I'm gonna pick this back up and I'm gonna get this whole inside belt sanded, prepped, and lay some fiberglass to make this one again. I'm gonna take the bumper off tonight, right now, and that way tomorrow morning, wake up, do a couple things, and then get going. And hopefully by like noon, this thing will be fiberglassed on the inside, drying, and then pull the brackets off and do the top side. And from there, I kept fighting with this piece while I was trying to do everything, and I decided that I'm gonna do this first, then I'm probably gonna just cut that in half, do the inner sides for the quarter panel mounting, and then reattach it. And then I'm gonna play with this as well. I might cut this off, push it forward, and get it to align and fit. And then ultimately, once all of that stuff is done, what I'm gonna do is basically cut this whole bumper in half, put the car back on the ground with the wheels back on, and then put the bumper where I want it so it looks good, feels good, and reglass it. And that's like the true sectioning. All this stuff is just to get this thing to fit right, because it fit atrocious. But now we have really nice lining up with the taillights, trunk, stuff like that. Beforehand it fit so bad, it was honestly insane how bad it fit. In my head, I'm like, there's no way someone ran it like that, you know, like that big of a gap. So I wonder if Glorias and Cedrics have to have something different, because that was insane. No way someone ran that and just had this huge gap. So I wonder if Cedrics and Glorias are a little bit different in the rear end, where that lined up for them, but it's different for the M45, the US market. So something didn't add up, and I don't know what. So anyways, call it a night here. The only thing you guys are gonna miss is me taking off the bumper, because I just want to prep that for the morning. But tomorrow, fiberglassing and getting this thing structurally sound again, and then keep on working on the fitment, because it is so bad still. It's not so bad now, but just, I don't know, this and that. But unless I get this sorted now, then there's no sense to even tackle the other stuff. So little by little, that's all that matters. So see you guys in the morning, and we will get fiberglassing. Normally I would have a carport right here, but last week Colorado weather decided it didn't want me to have a carport, and the wind absolutely folded that thing in half. So waiting for a new one, and still gotta do some work. So just do what I need to and do it outside, I guess. So I'm gonna grind all of this down to thin out the fiberglass in areas so I can lay the new glass. everything for the most part is fiberglass underneath. I'm gonna get this stuff fiberglass up top. I didn't record anything underneath, I don't think. I was just trying to get it glassed and get it going. I'm gonna get set up and start glassing the top. Cars are dumb, man. Alright, all this work that I've been putting into this thing, right? So I'm sanding this section yesterday, and I'm like going over, and I look to the arch piece going to the quarter panel, and I realize, like, oh my gosh, there's so much body filler like caked over the edge. So without thinking, I just sanded all of it off, which is good. But had I seen that before we did all this, that is a huge factor of why this thing fit so bad. There was so much filler, it was pushing the bumper away, and that's why the taillight fit so bad. It wasn't the whole reason that huge gap was here, but that played in such a big factor of why that fit like it did. So why that's a problem now is this isn't bolted down, it's just kind of placed on. I'm gonna hard mount it because I'm gonna have to see what I can do. But since there was so much filler and I did all this work across the whole bumper, the taillight section now is too tall. So I can't even put a taillight in. Literally, it won't go in. That's it. Super nice here. Like, it's nice and tight, but as it goes, it's too tall. And then this doesn't fit anywhere close. So I'm gonna play the reset and get a game plan, because that's not gonna work. It doesn't work on both sides. So I've decided the rear bumper is gonna be at the least amount 3 parts. So this part, we're gonna get this fitting good. The next part, we're gonna cut the bumper in half completely. We're gonna section it to where we want it with the car on the ground, air it out. Third section, third part, I'm gonna cut the whole side piece off on both sides and get them to fit properly, and then re-glass them. Then, either in that video or in possibly part 4, I'm gonna do all the body work that needs to be done on the bumper. So, I hate to do it. I really hate sanding in the garage. If it was like body filler, it would be better, but it's not. It's fiberglass dust, and this stuff's nasty. It gets everywhere. And there's a couch, the TV, music equipment, all this stuff. I'm gonna do my best to maintain the dust, but I need it on the car for the taillight now. So I'm gonna do my best of sanding this down little by little to get the taillight to fit. And then I think what I'll have to do is, so this gap right here, right? I hope I don't drop the taillight, but when I pick it up, it doesn't go anymore. It's hitting here, and doesn't let this go all the way, and we're super sunk. So even if I put a bolt in, it does not reach over to match with this. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is cut here and here, flex this out to get a nice clean transition, bracket it, and do that on both sides so we have a nice fitment here. With this piece basically cut, it'll be nice and flimsy so I can push it out to where I need it. So that's, I think, the game plan. And this, I'm just gonna have to keep sanding it until the taillight fits in the garage. I hate that. Now, is that the worst thing that could have happened? No. But that would have changed the approach of this entirely different if I had seen that. Because if I saw it before I started all the work, I would have sanded all the body filler off, gotten down just to the fiberglass section of that corner, got the bumper mounted, saw the areas. When I cut this whole thing, I could have put it straight up to the taillight without having, basically what I have to do now is sand this down. And I made this inside lip of the bumper deeper because it was so shallow before. I didn't like the way the taillight came up to it, where I made that show for no reason now, basically. I'm gonna have to remake that little lip, which is okay, but that just would have been super rad to see prior. Wow. All right. Yeah. Phase 1 is done. That was a lot of work, and I think that probably took about 40 or 50 hours over the span of a month. I think 3 weeks or like a month or something like that. But the bumper fits like it should, which excites me for many reasons. So next episode, we're gonna be cutting this thing in half, dropping it down. 1 for the aesthetics, but 2 for that center exhaust. Right now it's basically on the trunk itself, and I'm not going to be able to actually utilize that if it stays in that position, and I actually want the exhaust to be an exhaust, so it needs to come lower. That way we can actually utilize it and get piping ran to it. So I'm excited. So that will be part 2, is sectioning it. So if you guys don't know how to section a bumper, I'll show you how. But yeah, man, this thing, really stoked on how everything's looking, lines up. Just the transitions are so much better. One from the quarter panel to the bumper, the taillight running down on both sides, the trunk fitment, just everything is so much better. And this just is, you can do anything if you put your time and efforts into it. So first time actually seeing this bumper 100% mounted, and I've had it for 3 years, so that's pretty cool. So next episode we'll do that, sectioning it. Third episode we're gonna cut the sides off, and I want to add a feature into it because it's very boring back here. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but definitely 3 parts, and then on that last part is when we're going to do the body work. We're going to see how much body filler I actually need, and I'm hoping it's minimal, but this is a lot of custom doing to this thing. So regardless, I'm hyped. Yes, so hyped. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys on the next episode.